Hey guys, this is Ralph.
I'm Matt.
And we're going to get into Mandalorian Episode 3. But before we do, we just want to let you know we're going to be doing a giveaway here. I am in possession of a Empire Strikes Back print signed by Jeremy Bulloch, the man who originally played Boba Fett in the original trilogy. It's been written out of Star Wars a little bit, but, those of you that know, and we think you guys would enjoy that. So make sure
I
that
told him not to do this. He loves you guys.
I'm going to do it anyway. We want to see you guys in the comments more and just, see more of your opinions and stuff like that. So we think this will be a cool incentive to do that. So it will be based on people that have liked the videos, subscribed to the channel, and commented on one or more of the episodes for the Mandalorian series.
The more you comment, the more you like, the more of a chance that you have to get the poster.
And we'll be based on that. So, go do that, and let's get into the review.
Welcome to the Transplants Podcast. Well, Transplants YouTube channel. Really?
The Nerd Couch.
Yeah. We're here to talk about Episode 3 of The Mandalorian Season 1.
Yeah.
What'd you think, Ralph? Spoilers.
Yeah.
Just gotta say
obviously. I still like it. I'm still into it. I'm still invested into seeing where the story goes. But this is the third episode in a row. We've talked about how they're short episodes. Everyone's feeling that. They're pretty short. They go quick. The first episode, we had a crafting armor montage with the flashback. Second episode, we had the fixing the ship montage. And then this episode, we have another crafting the armor montage with a flashback. We got more information in the flashback, but it feels like just not a lot goes on. It's like we get action scene, montage, one piece of dialogue that means something, and then another action scene, and that's a wrap.
Yeah. You know what sucks more than like Christian Bale level Batman bad action scene?
What?
A meh action scene.
Yeah.
At least you can laugh at the...
Yeah, like the fight with Bane was horrible.
Right. This, I'll be honest, if you can't tell by the tone of our voices, the grogginess, the hatred in our eyes, I speak for myself when I say this, I'm so apathetic to this right now.
Yeah.
You know what it is? I can judge a good TV show based off of how often I feel like I should pull my phone out and look at it.
Yeah.
I did that twice in this one.
Yeah.
And it wasn't for anything good. I think I just looked at my home screen. So...
you just need that warm glow to give you some life?
Yeah, man. Like, you know what? The first two episodes, and now that I'm thinking about it, even this one, the problem is there's no connection within the first couple minutes or so. First 3 minutes, there's nothing to bring me in. They do nothing.
Yeah.
It's all just kind of like it feels like you're sledding and someone's pushing you, but you're so far behind the hill that when they push you, it's like, and you just move forward
slowly. Yeah.
And you don't even go over the hill.
And what's with these recaps? Like, we're streaming it.
Right.
I can just go watch it. Like, I remember. And because you see, like, we're like, oh, this one episode's a little longer. This one's 27 minutes. But it's like...
37.
The first episode... 37. The first episode didn't have the recap in the beginning. So it's still shorter than the first episode. And then you always have that montage in the middle that eats up,
Yeah.
You also have in that middle, and it's...
all the boring scenes.
Yeah. Like, the story in and of itself was all of the dialogue that The Mandalorian had with Carl Weathers' character.
Right. Yep.
We had a little bit more with the Mandalorian clan.
Yeah.
So we're learning more. We learned 3 sentences more about them and kind of what's going on there.
Yeah.
They don't like the Empire because of the Purge. We saw some battle droids, so we know Trade Federation was involved, or the Empire using Trade Federation technology. And, a little bit of a Superman thing where the parents throw the kid into the shelter to save him.
Yeah.
And we got to see jetpacks.
Yeah.
That was cool. But like that initial fight, like the thing in the foundry of the Mandalorian clan with the armor, was so slow and sloppy and pathetic. And they were supposed to be like 2 of the baddest dudes in the universe. Like, and I was just like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah. It's just bored.
And I said when we were watching it, so he's got this struggle. Does he go back for Baby Yoda? And he does. And he's struggling. We see him struggling with the decision, but it feels like we jumped in to season 2.
Yeah.
It seems like we skipped season 1 where we learn about him, learn where he comes from, learn what drives him to be this badass, heartless bounty hunter who then has a change of heart. Like, it feels like we skipped ahead. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it feels like the story isn't sure yet. Like, we're not certain where we're going with this. I mean, a lot of things seem like they're painted on the wall.
Yeah.
Like the fact that he got Baby Yoda back. Who's not going to call that?
I know.
You know?
But then, like, where's he going? He's not going to finish his bounty now, because the bounty hunter guild's now an enemy. Mm-hmm. He's strictly like his Mandalorian clan. They have an anti-empire agenda. Mm-hmm. So he got away with the baby to go to... I don't know. He just wanted to take the baby away.
Yeah.
And then...
And why do I believe that he cares about this child?
Yeah, they kind of make it obvious, but again, we don't have a good connection to the character himself yet.
Yeah.
You know what this is like? It's like when Frank Castle becomes Cosmic Ghost Rider, and then he goes like back in time to kill baby Thanos, but then he raises baby Thanos instead.
Yes.
But we already know who Frank Castle is, which is why we know that it's funny that he's raising baby Thanos, because we already have all that background.
Yeah.
So it's like if you skipped ahead and the first comic you pick up is Frank Castle as the Cosmic Ghost Rider raising baby Thanos, you'd be like, what? And so that is why now I'm just still kind of like, what?
Right.
I'm glad the client survived, because he's a cool, Werner Herzog's character is cool.
The music was better.
The music was better. The guitar riff when he's going back to the clan, and
I am annoyed of the that like
the little western-y kind of thing. Here's a question: what did you like? And so the music was better.
Okay.
What did you like, or what do you like so far? I like the overall aesthetics. I like his armor.
Yep. The cinematography in this one was really good.
You mentioned that with the symmetry, like the ship going straight ahead of you versus like the angles you usually get with that kind of shot.
Yep. And there was a lot of there's a lot of opportunity for confusion in fight scenes these days, especially in TV. And I did know what was going on in all the fight scenes, even the one where it was a shootout in the ghost town. It's kind of cool, the homages to westerns, but I'm kind of done with them at this point. Like,
that's one thing I do still like.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's just that, like, I know it's not a western. Like, it's not a western. It's a Star Wars property, and it feels like a Star Wars property that's trying to hint at, like, being a western.
I guess kind of like the space opera has always had that western-ish, Han Solo, the low holster, the quick draw stuff. That's always kind of been the frontier vibe of like the Outer Rim worlds.
Yeah.
So I like that. That's one thing that I'm still like pretty into.
Okay. I I was with you. I was thinking the exact same thing when he wouldn't shoot the stormtroopers. And he was like, he beat him, and then he ziplined him, or grappling hooked him.
Yeah.
And then...
Like he's this, we know he's this quick draw guy. They establish it in that very first scene in that first cantina where he just,
yeah.
And he even has that lean.
Yeah.
So like he's a quick draw. He can get the drop on people. But then he like punches the stormtrooper, grabs his rifle, hits him with his own rifle, and then walks away and shoots him.
Yeah, but it was...
Just shoot him.
Yeah.
Because you already shot 2 guys. We're not worried about sound anymore. You blew a hole through the wall.
Right.
Just shoot everybody.
Right. Not only that, but like... If we're gonna go like graphic, not maybe graphic, but more lean violence and
which we did with the flamethrower a bit.
Right. Then like at least do a good, like, 2 things. At least do a fight scene that looks good. If you're gonna fight a stormtrooper, like don't just like done. Okay, you did that, fine, but it didn't look good. Also, give him a reason to do that. Like, if he had a gun, make it so that, like, he couldn't use his gun in that moment.
Like, he was still trying to be quiet.
Right.
And that's when you do, like,
the melee stuff. Or the stormtrooper pulls his gun down and gets one over on him.
Right.
Like,
and
something could have happened.
Yeah,
anything could happen. And you could have made it look sick.
Right.
But it was just, like, bumbling. So... honestly, there's not much that I'm enjoying about this right now. I love Star Wars, and I want to love this. Really do. And I can't wait till I do, because I think there will come a point where I'll hit a stride, and maybe I'll be invested by that point, but they're dragging me by the teeth on sand.
It's slow going right now. For sure.
And I was more optimistic about this the last episode than you were.
Yeah.
I was more hopeful for this episode.
Yeah, my complaint is still that just like, I'm like, all right, come on. Come on. Like, what are we doing? What's going on? Like...
Feels like we're walking in quicksand.
Right.
So, alright guys, well...
We got jetpacks.
Right, we have jetpacks.
And he said, I gotta get one of those. That was cool.
That was fun.
And we did get more on the Mandalorian clan. Only one goes out at a time. They're trying to rebuild their numbers. You know, we know they were almost wiped out, you know, by the Empire. And,
I want to know where they are. Like, in what kind of underground situation?
He did mention that now they're going to have to move the... Did he call it a coven?
I don't think...
Or something?
I don't remember.
He called it something like that. So, you know, their little cell or community or whatever, like... They move and hide, and one person seems to be the go out and get best car for everybody. Yeah. So we can assume that they're going to move with him, or they're going to let him know where they move, and they're probably going to regroup next episode and delve further into the mystery of the Baby Yoda. The name of the... I think I said this last week too. The name of the show is The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
But so far the show should be called The Baby Yoda.
Yeah. And his sidekick.
The Mandalorian.
Baby Yoda.
I did like Carl Weathers' character shows that he got some Beskar himself, puts it back in there, and so when the Mandalorian shoots him, like, you heard the ping, so you knew it hit something, and he, like, pulls it out, and obviously we know the Mandalorian's a badass. We haven't been shown it as much as we would like, but, so it's like, I think the portrayal is that he did that on purpose and spared him, and just shot him in the metal that he knew was in that jacket pocket.
I am confused about how badass he is. I think I mentioned this to you when we were watching it. I don't know whether he's, like, clumsy and like, kind of or if he's, like, a badass. What?
Okay. Sure. Well, we know he's kind of leveling up within the community.
He's not there yet.
And we know only one goes out at a time. And then we see Mandalorians with jetpacks, so we assume that they are a higher ranking elder Mandalorian. So maybe this is his trial. This is him proving himself, and he's still learning.
What's that thing that the Amish do?
Rumspringa. This is his
Rumspringa.
But so when they talk about the reputation of the Mandalorian in this parsec, that could be attributed to multiple different Mandalorians within that clan.
Yeah.
You know, so...
Yeah, true.
I wish they would tell us more of this stuff, because they haven't told us a lot yet. Mm-hmm. And that would maybe make me understand more and be a little more invested in his journey.
Gotta be honest with you. They don't give us much. The episodes are slow, and they also, ironically, go by quick.
Yeah.
It's not a good mixture. Not great.
Yeah.
I would rather go by quick and feel like, whoa, what did I just watch?
Yeah. And want to go back and watch it again.
Yeah. I would watch that again if it was interesting enough.
I know. Yeah, I know. Like, we keep talking, like, oh, do you want to watch it again before we review it? We're like, no, I think I got it.
Yeah. Not much happening. So, well, how many little bricks of Beskar do you give it?
Out of 10?
Yep.
4? A little below average.
Yeah.
I think that's where I'm at with everything right now. Visuals are great. The voice is great. I still love his voice. Mm-hmm. I said that in the first episode. There's things I like a lot. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I'm just kind of like, all right, what are you doing? Yeah. What's going on, Favreau?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm surprised.
I know.
I give it a 3.5.
Yeah, that's fair.
I want to give it a higher score, but it's not treating me well. I'm also not attached to Baby Yoda. I don't really give any craps about it. I don't know why, but it's kind of annoying to me. So
it's annoying to me because I wish I was getting to know the Mandalorian more first.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm upset about it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really care.
And I was even saying, like we were talking about, when you go on Disney Plus and you see kind of the title screen for The Mandalorian. It's The Mandalorian. Then there's the assassin droid next to him, who I assume is IG-11, who died in the first episode. Or was,
that was IG-88.
No, that's the...
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then Gina Carano's character, who we assume will join him at some point, but she's still not here.
Yeah. And then you get...
But I already know that she's going to matter so little, because the Mandalorian barely matters next to Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
So as much as I love it, like, I love Baby Yoda. I want a Baby Yoda.
He's a token. Like, they're just using him to sell toys and get people to say, that's what Star Wars does. They give you little things that you love them.
Still in control.
And that's what's happening.
Waiting to sell Baby Yoda.
So it's like, what do we give this show that could be super cute, that everyone would love and everyone would want? A Baby Yoda. And then they're like, oh, we gotta pull back on this Baby Yoda because we're writing it into everything.
Yeah.
But they don't. They keep writing it.
Yeah. So we'll see. We got more. I mean, we got a little more about the Mandalorian clan, so I'm happy to see that thread unfold. But the big story is the Baby Yoda Jedi. Mm-hmm. So leave a comment, and yeah, we'll see you next time.
I guess.
Later.